What is up, YouTube? We're sitting here in the Bluebird, and I'm sure you can see I'm in my wonderful driver's seat. We've got some cool stuff going on. I just got the gear shift put together and whatnot. Actually, I did that the other day, but I reshot video for you guys, so that'll be coming up soon. I figured I'd answer some questions real quick, do it live in case there's some that I missed. So here's the deal. I've been getting a lot of questions from people, and I figured I'd address them here while we're live, in case I forget, in case I miss anything. Couple of things. I get a lot of people telling me you should do this, you should do that, and it's mainly kids. This is, of course, not supposed to be for kids for YouTube purposes, but I appreciate those of y'all that do enjoy watching my videos. But those of y'all that want to sit there and criticize and tell me you should do this, you should do that, please refrain from doing that. Otherwise, I'll have to start employing the block method. I don't want to have to do that, but I know there's not all of you kids in here that do that. I know there's a lot of cool kids in here that are respectful and nice, and I'm not talking to you guys, but there's a few in here that just, you should do this, you should do that. We don't have time for that, and I don't appreciate that. You're more than welcome to ask me, hey, have you ever considered doing this, doing that, whatever. But anyway, Elevating Ontario, I don't own an FS65, so I'm not sure what you're talking about. Anyway, another question. A lot of people ask me for action shots, me putting things together. I don't have a tripod. I don't have a cameraman. It's just me out here. And, being that this channel is not supposed to be for kids, but I don't age restrict it, I don't want to sit there and have to bleep out cuss words. I like the fact that I can shoot a video and just upload it to YouTube. That's the goal. I don't like having to edit because I'm lazy. So, yeah, so we don't do action shots pretty much. And for those of y'all that insist on me taking action shots, go watch the Goon Squad or somebody else, V-Tuned. Some of those guys that I watch, they do some great action shots. I just don't have time for that. What's up, Joe? Joe, you have a tripod in your arsenal, right? Isn't that how you shoot your videos? I'm not sure. Foxy, I'm in the Bluebird. You can see, that should give you a hint there. There's my driver's seat. Trying to think any other questions we've had. Okay, Joe, you got tripod. See, I don't have a freaking tripod. I need to get one, but I don't monetize my channel. I got hit by demonetization long before demonetize everything happened. So I don't monetize. I don't make money off my videos, guys. So if you guys have a problem with me not doing action shots, then please, go watch somebody else's videos. I do this for fun. My goal here is not to have subscribers. It's to have fun with, just to encourage everybody that wants to be a part of this community. So, but anyway, yeah. Ontario, yes, the Thomas is full, all LED. It's a S series, just like the Bluebird is. So, and I actually just got, let me see if I can flip, I can flip the camera around. So I do this all from my phone, that's the other thing. So I just lubed up, come on now, flip the camera around. There we go. I just lubed up my park brake lever, so it looks really good now. And this does turn. It's fully tightened. It'll probably need to be tightened again, but it sure holds a lot better too. It is cold here up in the Houston area, so surprisingly this has behaved itself doing everything. Hey, school bus driver 71, go back and watch the beginning of the video about what I mentioned, the back and forth, the the you should do this, you should do that. Uh, Joe, what are you shipping me, man? But uh, anyway, so I know the starter on this has that dead spot, but it's actually been behaving today. Oh, that would be cool, Joe. If you got one that you don't need, I'd love to have one. If you don't still have my address, I'll email you, because I know you had you had my address for the shirt, the awesome shirt, and I should have worn the dang thing today. That thing's comfy too. But yeah, I'm fixing to go make a scrap run. I got to get rid of some crap. For those of y'all that hadn't seen the LED, oh, I guess it would help if I pull the master switch out, not the dome lights. So I got these cool LEDs for the stop arms. These are actually red. What are these? These are red marine LEDs. They have the dual contact bottom. That's where they got the 1156 DC. This bottom one, for some reason, has been leaking, so I got to figure out. I gotta figure out the cork gasket, because these are brand new stop arms. These new decals, they look so freaking amazing. Hey, school bus driver, doing a hydraulic brake to air brake conversion is massive, because if you notice, so we'll go to the Thomas here. I'm on the wrong side of the axle, and Joe will know what I'm talking about. So if you look, you got, that is your air brake canister right there, your parking brake canister. On the back side of it, it bolts to that bracket, if you can see. So if we go over to the Bluebird, Mr. You need air brakes, tell me when you see that bracket. It's not there. So to actually do air brakes, I would need a whole donor bus and 2 new axles. And it's not fun. I don't have the means to lift this up. So again, that goes back to the you should do this, you should do that. I don't want people saying that, and I'm getting tired of it. So, but yeah, I've got some cool ideas too. Hey Joe, you might like this. For some reason, I get a kick out of Bluebirds having regular circle amber lenses in the back instead of arrows. I love my arrows, but KD, I don't even think they're in business anymore. They had an arrow insert that you could put in their 744 lenses, which were like the 1010 Weldon lenses, and you could put a regular circle lens on the outside, and it would look like it was just a regular round turn signal lens until you lit it up. And so I've actually tried making some, because they made the arrow, so the lens is 7 inches, they made the arrow about that wide, about 4 inches, so about the equivalent if I pull this lens off. What a waste of lens to have an arrow just that wide. So anyway, so I've got something cool I'm trying out. But yeah, so anyway, done that. No more you shoulds, guys. Hey Joe, you can actually get the regular arrow lenses at any of the bus houses, the bus parts houses. Supposedly Weldon discontinued the red arrow lens, but you can still get the amber ones. They still stock those and make those. I actually just put a brand new set on the front here, because the old ones just looked rough. So let me light them up. But I do have that crummy amber lens I might try out. Sorry for the mess in here. I just put bolts in the back of my driver's seat. So my friggin' awesome driver's seat. I love this thing. Did I just step on glass? Oh no, okay. There's the old tranny. Hold it out, shoot video. You guys will see that later. But yeah. And I've actually got some new bulbs I'm thinking of trying in the ambers. We'll just have to see. Ted, I just shot video. It'll be up soon on finishing the transmission cable. Was not fun. I was so glad that I still had some of the brackets from this bus from before it was manual, because they came in handy. Namely, and Joe, you probably, I don't know if you've dealt with any of this old stuff, Joe, but this bracket right here is still good, but that whole bracket mounts to the side of the bell housing, right behind the bell housing actually. Those are 15/16 bolts. And this clamp that clamps down on the cable was rusted on. There's screws. I tried drilling through them, but they just wouldn't come out. So I used one of these guys. So it's pretty cool. And then my retro gear shift. So yeah, that's what's coming up in the next video. Be on the lookout for it. But everything works great. The parking brake actually holds this thing now. It still needs some adjustment. Kill those. You young guys probably aren't used to this style turn signal lever. But yeah, I do need to crank that guy up. I'm actually going to make a scrap run. I've got the old driver's seat base to this bus in the back. I'm going to open it up because I need to get it out. Let me see here. Come on, you. Get out of there. I'll let the Bluebird run for a little bit. I knocked my PB over. Yay! Oh yeah. 71. Here's why I was complaining about those. So the brackets that went here were actually for 3800s. They were something that the school district that owned this bus before. They put, I know who that is. Mr. Ford Carpenter. So anyway, those were 3800 brackets, and they were just kind of mounted haphazardly. They had a bunch of them at the bus barn they were getting rid of. So they put them on all the old S-Series buses, and they didn't work very well. So these guys here, I don't even have any of the bracing arms. I don't need them. If you look, it just doesn't really move that much. Before, you got crazy amounts of vibration from those mirrors. And I actually had to put new mirrors on because this piece here is very brittle on the Roscoe stuff. So it's the same as this guy right here. But I put these in and they're freaking amazing. I need to empty my trash. Yeah, when you guys get buses, put your oil filter in the trash can. I mean, not oil filter, oil funnel. That way, if it still drips, it doesn't make a mess all over the floor. Let's see here. Yeah, apologies for the mess. Here's my... Chris Abnett brought me this. I'm going to put it in this winter while it's cold like now. I do need to take this Bluebird seat base in, but that one and the other one. But I don't have time to take the parts off of them today. This seat here, this is actually a National. It's actually going to go into Thomas here. It's going to replace the low back because I really like having a high back. But yeah, there's the old Bluebird base. I believe that's the part that was... That's actually the part that the seat sat on, I believe. No, it's not. That's the part that was against the floor. So that was pretty... That's after many years of northern Indiana winters. Here's the seat frame. Pretty trashed. Pretty rough. Although the driver's seat did have piping on it. That is kind of cool. It's a shame, but that's going to go to scrap. Just to get it out of here. I don't need it. I don't want it. But let's crank up the Bluebird at least. I am going to keep this railing though, because it might come in handy for something. But anyways, but Did somebody just say I don't own an International? If you don't think I do, well, there's your answer right there. That's what, anything. Okay, so again, some of these weird questions about should I put this, will I do this? No. No, 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 no. I don't haul kids. I don't need child check. That's silly. Let's crank this guy up. Not a bad start. Driver's seat's drained down. Give her a little high idle here. Throttle lockout. Now remember, guys, these are old buses. These are not new buses. There's a lot of stuff in them that doesn't go with them. Doesn't work with them. But yes, hey, school bus driver. You seem to talk a lot of smack, man. Just so you know, these motors don't have glow plugs in them. Go back and watch my early VT videos. Yeah, dude. Like I said, you've become a keyboard warrior. Go play your rigs and rods. Get out of here. Thanks for watching. But, the S-Series were the 80s model Internationals. For those of y'all that don't know, they are Internationals. This was, you know, this was the 3800 chassis or the CE chassis of the 80s. Before that, you had the Lodestar. Everything's a lot different in these buses. For example, this gauge cluster, an interesting note, and Joe, you may, if you're watching, you might get a kick out of this. The S-Series gauge clusters are, these are AC Delco gauges. And they are like your square body truck. This gauge cluster is exactly like your square body gauge cluster. It has a flexible circuit board on the back, and these are just snap-in gauges. And I have a feeling that the GM gauges might actually work in this. So I'm not sure. But anyway, oh good, we're building up air pressure. Good, good, good. I can take the high idle off, let it just idle. I have air in my seat again. I do need to measure this, but yeah, for those of y'all that have been following me a long time, you know that these motors don't have glow plugs in them. The glow plug indicator light is actually right here, I believe. That's where the glow plug indicator light would be. It's amber. And it actually says glow plug on it. But the 9 liters, the DT360s, DT466s, they don't use glow plugs. And of course, gas engines don't either. I still have a windshield leak. Hey, I need to figure that out. But anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna make a scrap run, get rid of this crap. I know the brake caliper from the Bluebird is somewhere up here. Where the heck did I put that sucker? Because I need to take that as well. There's the old mirror brackets. For those of y'all that were, I can stick this one up against the hood so you can see. So this sat on here like that. So it's not really made to contour the hood as good. It kind of does, but not really. But that's why it vibrated so much. I'm actually adding air conditioning, Joe. Chris Abnett, who owns Redbird and the Dev Bus, he actually brought this to me when he brought me the rest of my red seats. So I bought these off of a guy in Indiana, a schoolie guy. I have the rest of these new covers, and so I've got a couple of good cushion covers still. And then I have this is a high back seat cover, and I don't have high backs. So the plan for, I don't know about that one, but the plan for the other one is to, let me see here. Oh yeah, you can see it's a high back. Because when you hold it down here, see how much further down it goes? It doesn't actually conform to this curve here. That's why I don't want to use them. But I'm actually going to cut one of them up and do the pads, the header pads. But yeah, Joe, the AC, so there's I believe that right there is the skirt condenser. And then, yeah, and then that's the interior unit. So they're all covered up by seats and crap right now. So eventually I'm going to get all this finished up in the Bluebird. I'm going to throw these two part barrier cover bases away. I had the brake caliper. I thought it was in here on the floor, but maybe it's in the Bird. Because there's the box the new one came in. Let's see, maybe it's in the mess on the Bird. So that air conditioner is a bus air conditioner. It's an actual school bus AC unit. Eventually I'm going to put one in here too. Oh, there's the brake caliper right there. Okay. So that's going to go with me to the scrap as well. So I'm actually taking them to the guy that did the rear axle on the Thomas, because that was also where that pink girly bus was. And I also still have some good seat foams back here for the backs. These are for any of these red backs that have just terrible seat foam in them. Most of these still have decent foam. You can kind of feel the bar through them, but it's not like, it is squishy. It's the only downside. It's not thick. Oh, Thomas just finished airing up. Like, this one's really firm. That one is too, whereas this one, I'm putting the same pressure. But they still look good. I need to finish folding them over on the back side and tape them in or something. The replacement foams that I have back there, there's an actual piece of wood at the bottom that you're supposed to staple the bottom front, and I ripped it out of these when I took them out. It goes somewhere, I think it goes on this side. I'm not sure, I don't remember. These came out of that burned up bus. But we're chuffing a little bit. But anyway, finish the seats and then clean this guy out, and then clean the other one out, get them swept up, cleaned up. Then we'll be good to go. Joe, are you working today? That would be awesome, Joe. I'm actually looking for a second set. So when Fred came by, Frederick Kraft, and he brought me my really awesome driver's seat here, he gave me 2 brand new V-belt compressors. I'm going to make the bracket that goes on top of the engine to mount the compressors to. But I would like to get another set of another evaporator unit and another condenser unit. Oh, cool. And then I do plan on doing something like this with the driver's seat and the Thomas, with that one I have in the back. But and my retro shifter here, but as you can see, I can put it reverse and I can put it in drive, and it actually works. Before, it would go into reverse, and then I'd have to reach under the dash and slide that sleeve back on, that sleeve right there where the cable's bent. I'd have to slide that back in. But anyway, oh shoot, we're still zoomed in. Whoa, zoom out. Okay, I think we're zoomed out. But anyway, yeah, Joe, how's your bus coming? Hopefully it's coming really good. I know your schoolie build really looks awesome. But that, and I need to, the other thing I need to do, and I'll show you guys, pop the hood. The Thomas needs an oil change bad. I'll get one for it soon. Keep saying I will, but climb up here. The main problem I'm having with this guy is oil leakage coming from the valve cover. I'm not sure where, but the bad thing about these DT valve covers is you have to squeeze them to get them in, and I don't have clamps to do that. But yeah, old girl needs the oil change pretty bad. It's been several years. Hey Joe, that would be awesome. Yeah. I mean, if you don't have the case to the AC unit, that's okay. I'd love to. Excuse me. I know COVID's been bad, Joe, but it'd be really cool if you could, if you came up here. I don't know if you ever make it this way anymore. I know we discussed that a while back, but whoever was saying they like the sound of the Thomas, you know, the Bluebird's got the same motor in it. It's just, this thing's not straight piped yet. Same motor. This one just don't leak oil out of the valve cover. But exactly the same. There's your intercooler piping. Just like on that one. They do sound good though. And I actually took this one around because it's so dang muddy over here. I took it around the corner over there so that I could do my my seat bolts that I just put in. I had to drill those holes. I didn't get it on video, but those are nice grade 8 bolts. Yeah, that'd be cool, Joe. Love to hang out. I know it's probably been a while since you've messed with one of these old buses, but I know Chris was saying he really wants to. He was talking like he would really like to swing by and help me put the AC in, and he's more than welcome to. I don't know if he's even watching it right now, but he had a really cool idea. He said for when he put the second one in his dev bus, he opened his windows on both sides and ran 2 ratchet straps out the bus, over the roof, and back in, and clipped them together so it made like a, you know, like a just a hanging strap. And he put the AC unit in it and then just ratchet strapped it until it was flush with the roof, and then drilled his holes. So, hey Joe, I don't know if your bus was like this, but mine, the stupid windows, they put them over this panel, and I'm going to try to clean that, repaint it later, but it was very strange. I didn't end up putting these top screws in when I did put this back in, like these side screws, because they kind of clamp it in. But anyway, yeah, Ted, Joe's got a YouTube channel. Go check it out. He does a lot of cool stuff with newer buses. I know a lot of you guys like those new buses. And he kind of outlines how expensive those buses really are. Pretty cool. Here, let me shut these real quick. see here. Somebody wanted me to drive the Thomas around. I'm not going to leave storage, but I'll drive it around the lot. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, Joe, what I was asking was, did they put your panel in under the windows or over the windows? All right, here we go. Take the Thomas around. Ooh, little slidage there. But oh yes, most definitely. Well, it sounds better out the rear end because it's straight pipe, but yeah, I agree. The Thomas does kind of have a grunt to it because go back in the second gear, not fourth gear. It has more of a grunt to it because there's no torque converter. It's directly connected to the clutch. Yep. Oh, geez, that was bad. It's trying to shift the auxiliary there. It's being uncooperative. It's too much, or too little of a jump to shift main gears, but I can shift auxiliary gears. But I don't want to, it's being cranky today. See if I can make it behave better. There we go. But, let's see if I can shift the auxiliary. There we go. Yeah, again, if I had my tripod, I'd set you guys up behind me so you can see me shifting. I'm actually shifting the auxiliary and not the main 5-speed. All right, let's back her in. There we go. Oh, we actually got a little engine temperature out of it. How funny. This one's got more fuel than the other one. Payday's on Wednesday. Actually, I'm not in straight, I'm in crooked. And this poor guy next to me will get upset. Well, maybe I am in straight. Maybe the Bluebird's in crooked. Spun the tires a little bit too. That was kind of funny. Somebody just say they drove a Ward with an auxiliary. The chat goes away when I'm sitting here. Yeah. All right. Let me open the back door and get the garbage out that's going. Actually, I'm going to do this instead. I have a much better solution to that. This is all going into the back of my Jeep. I have to cut this short soon because I got to drive into town to drop this metal off. Spin the tires a little bit there. Sliding in the mud. Okay, let's see here. There we go. Oh, perfect. That's pretty cool. I've never seen a ward with any school bus with an auxiliary. Was it a school bus, or was it somebody's converted bus? Let's see here. Those two are gonna go. Open the back here. There's the radiator from this thing from when it blew. Trying to think. I wonder. I bet it would be better if I fold this down. In order to do that, I need to fold this guy up. Let's see here. Up you go. Move this out of the way. There we go. Oh, look, there's a jack down there. Oh, funny. Okay, yeah, that should work. There's one of the old Aero lenses from the Bluebird from the front. Wasn't too bad, but it just looks better with the new ones. And there's a red one somebody gave me. I think this one, yeah, this one's the one that's cracked on the inside. You see it right there. My bus parts and crap. See if I can do this one-handed. Bye-bye, nasty seat. Good cotter pin in there and spring, but nah, cotter pins are cheap. Get a box of them for next to nothing. I want this guy right here. Yeah, maybe I'll leave the Nah, let's get rid of this guy. I don't need it. I have no use for this. Yeah. Because I'd need a cushion to go. Well, I have the other cushion. Junk! Probably not even worth throwing in the scrap metal bin. Cool. Oh, and that stupid brake caliper. Let's see here. That's down here, and I hope it's not leaking anymore. Damn, that sucker's heavy. What was y'all wondering? This thing probably weighs. That thing probably weighs about 60 pounds. I was thinking about rebuilding this one, but those pistons are too far rotten. And plus, you can't get the bleeder out at all. So no need to rebuild it. Just throw it away. There's a bazillion of these out there because it was used in everything. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Got some of the garbage out of here. This is what you guys like hearing. Nasty sounding exhaust. Excuse me. Dying out here. Alright. Yes, I did. I disconnected it. I tried to put a switch in to turn it on and off so that I could sit parked somewhere with the back door open and the key on. But ultimately the buzzer just died, and I was like, you know what, I'm not going to hook it back up. It's not like people sit back there anyway. You know, and granted, I don't call people on these anymore. Alright. I gotta go forward just a little bit. Go through the mud. Slide. The only thing that sucks out here is there's so much mud where I park. There we go. start to get through it. Alright. That's pretty cool that somebody actually made a twin stick bus. What chassis was under it? Was it gas or diesel? Alright. Go lock the back door here. This is the nice thing about my two buses, is they do lock. But yeah, I think I'm gonna put that green cover down here where these rips are, and I'm gonna paint this guy up. This is an awesome seat. Very, very comfy. I'm quite happy with how the Bluebird feels now with its driver's seat. It's amazing. Knocking stuff off. Okay. Off you go. Off you go. Perfect. You're good and tight. Let me lock you. Find my keys. There it is. Perfect. Pick this mess up real quick. Yeah. Sorry guys, I'm trying to clean my crap up too. That way I can get out of here and go run them scraps down. Oh, okay. Yeah, these aren't 466s, they're 360s, but I do love the hood ornaments. I really don't care that they have S-Series and whatnot. I mean, that they have 360s. Joe, you have a great one. Yeah, I'll send you my address. And for the rest of you guys, I guess we'll take a quick little trip around the lot. Oh yeah, that parking feels so much better. For those of y'all wondering why the marker lights are on but the headlights and tail lights aren't, I keep the switch turned on. It's just a habit I've had. Let's see if we can get to second gear. There we go. Second gear. All right. What a mess the Thomas made. Jeez. I wish they would come out here and put some gravel down. I keep saying they're going to, and they never do. I'll do some hazard flashers backing up. Go neutral. Oh, that brake feels so much better. Much better. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. I will see you guys later. To answer your question, Adam Tasha Williams, the Thomas has two transmissions. It's a Eaton Fuller FS65 5-speed. Backed by a Spicer 7041 4-speed auxiliary. It's a twin stick. I think I showed that in some of my earlier videos, my previous videos. Alright guys, thanks again. We'll see y'all another day. Have a good one.